Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and I was right with that video I did about Tucker Carlson being sued by a hoe and being found me too. I'm going to read you the headline from the Spectator.com. Confirmed. Ex-Tucker Carlson producer suing Tucker Carlson has never met Tucker Carlson. It's like that scene from The Simpsons where Homer is being accused in a live talk show. Like, I never talk about Homer Simpson. I don't know who he is, but I no. The meme is true. Oh dear God. I'm going to read you this. Abby Grossberg's lawyers are reviewing 34 hours of recordings she made while at the show. Videos of her being stupid. And let's read this article. Lawyers for Abby Grossberg confirmed to the Spectator that the former Fox News producer never actually met Tucker Carlson in person while working on these shows. Like many on the Tucker Carlson Tonight staff, Abby never met Tucker Carlson in person because he taped show from his personal studios in Maine and Florida, and he did not visit Fox New York HQ during her time there. Kimberly Catala, one of the attorneys representing Grossberg, said. So they were in very separate studios. Oh man, imagine like you're talking, you're reprimanded your producer if he or she fuck up. In this case, she fuck up by Zoom, and you call that me too. Seriously, just like that hoe Tim Pool fuck it up and invite her, giving her a space that she was talking about. I'm in traffic. By traffic, you mean making a whole video of yourself twerking to the floor? Women keep doing this to themselves, and I have no sympathy for them. The statement confirms a recent report from a former News employee and complicates the story about Carlson, Grossberg, and the workplace environment on the show he hosted, as well as the lawsuit alleged connection to Carlson firing on Monday. Grossberg, who has the head of booking for the show from July 22 until she was placed on administrative leave in March of this year, alleged that Carlson encouraged a hostile and sexist workplace environment among his employees. I really hate hearing that word coming from a woman. I really hate it. They're just talking bullshit. Making the workplace environment so hostile towards men, and men don't want to engage with women anymore. And I encourage to not engage with them even if you're in a workplace. Keep it professional. Keep it distant. And that's it. They cannot be trusted anymore. And sadly that's the reality. Rosberg said she was subjected to bullying, anti-Semitic comments, and censored by staff while working out of Fox Manhattan office. Let's see what all of this if it's true, but I bet there is just false accusations, and what I really despise from the legal system is they don't punish the false accusers for the same amount of time of the crime they are accusing. If they actually do a legal law where you can actually even be Minecrafted in prison, sentenced to the rope for accusing someone of doing Minecrafting, here most evil things like struggle snuggle kids. I hope they do that soon. When they do that soon, all these fuck accusations, were created by female liberation and feminism, will go away. And even among guys, that is just so little, it will end. It actually end. Tucker and his executive producer Justin Wells, who was also fired, really were responsible for breaking me and making my life a living hell. Grosberg said in an MSNBC interview. Oh, shit. Uh, MSNBC. Nah, yeah, yeah. She just sniffing their own pink taco farts and just. It's like, yeah, he accused me. He raped me. Oh God, no. I really, this is stupid. This is stupid. I did, but well, let's continue. Grosvenor Liar says she was in contact with Carlson on a daily basis over text and email, and that he too also spoke on the phone until she left the network. They suggested that since Carlson was not present in your office, the quote-unquote sexist environment was perpetrated at his direction by other employees who served as his eyes and ears. That was in quotes. No, just imagine you are, like I said before, you are fucking it up. Like you're not doing your proper job and making it more difficult for everyone else. You are going to be called out. It's a reality, and actually, it's not excuse for you to try to avoid that. I've been there myself, and when they did that to myself, I don't call it. Ah, this is abuse. No, no, it's not. Since Tucker did not come to the Fox office, he relied on Justin Wells, his executive producer, and others like Alexander McCaskill, senior producer, who were present in the office every day to be his eyes and ears and mouthpiece and to cover his tone. As they threateningly remind Mr. Grumber's catalyzed. This is just bullshit. Grosberg lawsuit against Fox News and Fox Corporation names Carlson as a confidant alongside McCaskill, Wells, senior producer Thomas Fox, and a number of Fox VPs. It's claimed that the defendants unlawfully subjected Miss Grosberg to a toxic work environment that is hostile to women like her. You mean woman, woman stupid like her? You mean by that? Yeah, well, you want to twist words just like you do it with struggles, snuggles, trafficking, spin it just as much as you want. And the purpose of the suit is to put end to discriminatory and hostile work environment she and other female Fox News employees have had to endure for far, far too long. Again, for sniffing and making the work environment more hostile than what already is. The suit accused Carlson of aiding and abetting, that was in quote unquote, the quote unquote toxic work environment. In one part, it recounts a January 23 conversation between Grosberg and senior producer Thomas Fox, in which Grosberg complained to him about her treatment. We are all under stress. This is Tucker Stone and just the pace of the show. Yeah, like, faster, faster. I've been in workplace like that, and well, my personal experience is, well, I don't actually tolerate that much, but it's what it is. I'm not going to change that. Mr. Fogg is said to have responded. In other words, the suits continue. Mr. Fox was admitting that the misogynist fish rods from the head down. IA, Mr. Mascarskill behaved towards her in a deplorable discriminatory manner because he was inspired, permitted, and able to do so by Mr. Carlson. Yeah, she wants to drag everyone under the mud. Oh man. Again, I said it, and I just talking calmly now. False accusers should be sentenced to the same amount of time for their crimes. They need to be punished, and these false accusations will go away. And honestly, at this point, if you don't want women be around your company anymore because of bullshit like this, just fire them. Like, yeah, we are doing layoffs, and why are you not hiring? And we couldn't find someone with the profile, and that's it. That's it. That's it. And because this is stupid, companies are going down to them because females like her, because of a woman like her, bring down the downfall of Fox News. But there is something even more else there. I don't think this is covered in this article. The Speaker also asked Rosberg Ligerton how many of her approximately 90s audio recordings from her time with Tucker Carlson Tuner featuring Carlson's voice. They say they are reviewing, analyzing, so they were not there. He was making shit up and she fuck up in court. She actually can be sued by Tucker Carlson, and well, even though Tucker Carlson is being paid his full contract, he has to be paid. But the other thing they don't mention is BlackRock involvement. Let's see if I can find something about. Well, here is BlackRock owes 15.1% of Fox Corp Class A shares. Okay, we have this article, and one of the lawsuits Fox News received in by BlackRock, yeah, by BlackRock, it was because Tucker Carlson actually show and actually roasted and burned the shit out of the Dominion company. Dominion is a company subsidiary from BlackRock. Dominion voting systems. Look at how they do. Fache BlackRock owns in Dominion Energy, not electronic voting. I mean, they can imagine this suing your own company. Why? Because you have someone who actually was doing their job in being a journalist when it comes to talking to the media, because that's what BlackRock always does. That's what BlackRock always does. They they are the elites. They invested in some companies to control the world. Dominion voting system is the digital vote that actually can be altered. And I know someone as a code monkey myself, because you even in YouTube, someone who a developer behind the scenes on YouTube, if it's not an AI already, can put a video with false boosting or artificial boosting, boosting views, just so it can be trending, just like even the woke ex-employees in Twitter did when they were pushing LGBT agenda on the trending topics on certain countries like Mexico, Colombia, Panama, Peru, and then Japan, Philippines, Indonesia. Imagine that. Yeah, I think something needs to be physical, and this shit can be altered in so many ways. So yeah, I don't encourage to do that. And they want, and the problem now is governments like Mexican, like like the Mexican government, they want this shit just so they can perpetuate a full dictatorship, because it's the perfect dictatorship tool. It make everyone thinks you are in a democratic country, when everyone can vote, but the votes only want to be one decision by the elites.